So I have a list of ideas I want to make videos about. So I thought the best way to make videos would be to talk about the topics which I find to be in my life, which I'm living through at the moment, which I'm experiencing as of right now. So one of those topics is this conversation I just had with a colleague of mine. And it was about emotions and expressing emotions and expressing disagreement without being angry. So this is the point I'm making in this video, and I'll probably back it up by, I don't know what, my own experience maybe. But the point is that it is okay, necessary actually, to disagree. We have disagreements with everyone all the time. And it's okay to disagree with people. It's not ideal, maybe. We would rather not disagree with people, but it is necessary. It's essential that we do, because over time we will come to theories or opinions which are not going to be shared with everyone else. So when we come to interact with somebody who is not sharing our ideas and opinions or observations, then it's only natural that we tell them that, no, you see, I don't agree with your perspective, and this is mine. And that's, I think, a necessary step in every type of conversation, communication, relationship, regardless of whether it's a romantic one or a professional one, you know? So like disagreeing without being angry, I think is a critical skill to learn for anyone who is just living, everyone who is interested in learning how to conduct oneself in a way where they don't agree with everyone. So like you can't agree with everyone, you know, but when you feel that it has to be accompanied with anger, what you have to say, or how you have to disagree, because you have never learned to disagree in a way which is not angry, then you will have to be polite and nice and say, okay, but when you really mean that, no, fuck you. No, you should learn to say fuck you in a respectable way, okay? And the respectable way to say go fuck you is not to load the words go fuck you with emotional baggage, which is your emotions of anger. If you can separate the emotion of anger from the disagreement, it is going to be a beautiful dance. Well, of course, the other side has to reciprocate in that they also have to now not get angry about your disagreement, because it's one thing to not be able to disagree because you cannot disagree without becoming angry at the person who you are disagreeing with. But it's another one to be on the receiving end of that kind of communication, where now you have to receive the disagreement and not think that they're being angry at you. It's not about the anger, it's about the disagreement. The anger is just a traditional thing which just accompanies the disagreement. It has been there with our parents, with our friends, with our society at large, you know? People disagree when they are angry. That's when they disagree, okay? This is why. People don't disagree with each other only to just share their honest opinion. They disagree when they are angry, and they agree when they're not that angry. And this doesn't have to be that way, okay? You can disagree without ever being angry. And that's healthy, you know, because without disagreeing with the things which you naturally disagree with, you're now going to be storing that emotional something, you know, of not disagreeing when you should have, and now you know that you should have, but you didn't. So you're now heavier in that relationship than you should be, because, well, you have carried the load of not disagreeing when you thought or felt like you should have, only because you didn't find that it would be appropriate, or the other person might have become upset about it or whatever, you know? So the idea is disagree in the beginning, not to have to be angry about the disagreements in the end. This is it. Just learn to disagree respectfully. Learn to disagree whenever you disagree. Whenever you feel like you disagree, but also accept the responsibility of the other person telling you that no, you're wrong because of whatever, and then be ready to receive that kind of criticism from the other person. Simple, right? Just you need to disagree. If you don't disagree, you're never going to be honest about your true feelings for people, because disagreeing is a critically important thing in aligning the relationship, fine-tuning the relationship, making it work, making it positive, making it pleasant. Disagreement without emotional and specifically negative emotional baggage. But even if you disagree with a positive emotional baggage, I don't really know what that would look like, but let's say I disagree with love, let's say. How can I disagree with love? Yes, I can disagree with. So what I'm saying is disagree with love. Disagree with compassion and disagree with understanding. Disagree with the desire to help yourself and the other person, to know. Because the point of disagreeing with one another is to find out what the truth is. And when I'm saying disagree with another, I'm really saying look for the truth, because the disagreement is a necessary first step before we can arrive at the truth, because the truth is that which can be bounced back off of each other and then arrived at with like mutual contribution, or I don't know. Seek the truth, I think, is my message.